your attention and shall be heard. I gotta say this United States, this state, and this honorable court, the Honorable Montague presiding. Please be seated.
All right, good morning, everybody. Both sides ready? Yes, sir. All right. Bring them in. And Detective Mayo, because night has passed, we'll swear you in again this morning, okay?
Yes, sir.
All right, please be seated. Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. All right, we're going to call the roll and then get started. Just answer here are present. I think number 6 or something. Need to know.
Juror number 1. Present. Juror number 2.
Present.
Juror number 3. Present. Juror number 4. Present. Juror number 5.
Present.
Juror number 6. Present. Juror number 7. Present. Juror number 8. Present. Juror number 9. Present. Juror number 10.
Present.
Juror number 11.
Present.
Juror number 12.
Here.
Juror number 13. Here. Juror number 14. Here.
All right, everybody's present. Detective Mayo, if you would please stand.
Do you swear or affirm the testimony you're about to give to be the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth, so help you God?
I do.
All right, I think we left off on page 24 of the transcript at some point in the interview.
Yes, Your Honor, before it's permission, we'll try to pick up and go back a second.
Yes.
Cory and say, all right, Cory, Brandon said you did this. Did you do it?
was on the floor, and they turned over, and they're just messing with her, slapping her leg, they're slapping her butt, like fingering her and shit. And, honestly, I don't even know who he was, because at one point they turned off the light. And, after that, they're all laughing about it, and I don't know if they had sex with her or not. I couldn't tell. I was pretty inebriated. After, like, they did whatever they did with her, sucking her, whatever they're done, they, I don't know if it was all one or not. Honestly, I didn't even know. Couldn't tell them apart. I knew one guy was really black, and the other guy was really both big lights. And at that point, at some point during the night, pretty much after they did all that stuff with her, they just left me in there. And they just said, whatever, fuck you. It's over. And they're like, you need to sleep in her. You need to sleep in here with her and act like nothing happened. And all this stuff. And at one point, I saw I put the towel over the camera. Because right before they left, I wanted them to help take her back to her room or something. And that's when I called Chris Boyd and Dylan, because I mean something bad was really happening. And it, like, I was just trying to bring her up, I wanted to put her to bed, and like I couldn't carry her myself, and like just fucked up, and like I sat there and like I saw it happening, and I didn't tell him to stop, but I damn well didn't do anything. I didn't even touch the girl. I didn't know what to do. I was intoxicated. I mean, obviously, you can see the camera footage, but I didn't do anything to stop it, and that's when I called Chris. And Chris and Dylan, they said they'll be right up, and that's when I told them everything that happened, that they did all this stuff, and that I just needed help. And they told me to sleep in his room, and we'll talk about it in the morning. And I texted her in the morning, and all those guys talked to me the next day. They're like, you need to like be quiet, you can't talk about this stuff. You need to have sex with her to like try to cover up like whatever happened. And so the next day I had her come over. I don't know if she told you that or not. And we ended up having sex unprotected. And that was that. And then after they investigated us, or they called us in, they told me I need to get my story straight and say nothing happened. And like I said, Tim took his shirt off because I threw water on him, and say that I covered up the camera because I don't even know why. And I'm just scared because I'm scared they're going to say that like I did something, and it's like, I know, at least my roommate was there for a little bit, but he was sleeping, but at least he saw that I was on the bed the whole time. I didn't even touch her. Like I have no reason to. We had sex the next day. We had, like, I have sex with the girl throwing up. It's disgusting.
Has she been asking you what happened?
Yeah, I mean, honestly, until this point, I didn't want to say anything because these guys are my teammates, and what they did was messed up, but I can't.
You're scared.
Yeah, it's very scary. But I just know how it looks. It looks, I went in there with them, and they, there's nothing I can do. I wish I had the camera in there. I really do.
So Cory typically favor her. You never physically saw them put their penis in.
put her in the bed. So I told them what happened. And they just,
Who was that for? What's that on?
Chris and Dylan, yeah, Loretta. And who was on Loretta? I don't even think Loretta was there. I don't remember him being there. They said he was, so. They said DeAndre was there, but he was over there for like a second. I think Chris told him to leave.
What's, Chris is like? Dylan, is that Vandenburg? Today is you realize what it takes to be a man. When you're stepping up like this, he takes a lot. He's really all this.
Because I don't know. Because I was in the room, like, I let that shit happen.
Well, when I told you earlier that today is your day to help yourself, in my heart, because as a detective, you really got to take everything and try and figure it out, okay? And I watch this camera footage and I see these pictures and I'm like, this boy got caught in something he didn't want anything to do with. He didn't know what to do. Those boys influenced him. And he probably didn't even do anything to him. I already thought that, okay? That's how, when we read people's body language and how they're...
I just can't believe I had sex with him the next day and I listened to them.
Stop being scared.
Yeah, but if I didn't have sex with them, you guys could look and see that obviously I would do anything. Like, how would you find that out?
See, things... What's that?
There's...
These guys, did they do anything?
No, they I remember, honestly, I remember the other guy being there.
So those boys have absolutely nothing to do with this. No. We're just talking about before we get them right.
Yeah. I mean, yeah, Chris and Dylan, like, told him to help me to sleep. They're kind of the guys I know best.
Right. So you called in afterwards, after...
They all those guys just left. I don't know if they did whatever they did with her, they just walked out the door.
So then you called Chris and Dylan come up with you after they left. And that's afterwards, correct? Or is this before?
I was in the room. I don't know.
Okay. Well, that's you right there.
Oh, yeah.
This afterwards?
So that must have been before. Yeah.
Well, did anybody else video her or take a picture of her other than you?
No, I don't think so.
Okay, so was it in the hospital and you just don't know?
I really don't think so. But I mean, it could be possible.
Where did you come?
It's not with me right now. Issues.
What kind of issues?
So it's like freezing on the inside.
I need to come. Because obviously you take what you want to do. Okay. And if you want to sign out what you mean by consent, that's great. I'll take it. I don't have anything. Okay. Is there anything on the phone that I need to know about now?
When I was in there, I took a video of them.
Okay.
Yeah, overlaid.
If you want to cooperate and let me sign the phone over to me, that's fine. If I need to, I'll go get a search warrant again. If you want to continue to cooperate, that's great. If not, it's totally your choice. And I'm not going to force you to give me the phone, but the thing is, I'm giving it. Okay? And if you want to cooperate, sign a consent form saying I can have it and examine it, perfect. Put it in my file, show
2017. Sent it to Chris Wood. I tried to call him to
Austin, Corbett, what's the one?
Curtis Samuels. Curtis Samuels.
Spell it.
C-A-R-T-A-S-A-U-E-L-S. I sent that to you tonight. And they deleted it right away once they saw it.
Now I'll go back. If you could just pay.
I'm not sure. I got it.
Okay. I'll do that. Did Cory or Brandon ever put a condom on, or did you want to do condom wrappers in the ring the next day when you were cleaning up on it?
Yeah, I did.
How many condom wrappers?
I got them all up there and I flushed them down the toilet.
That night, when did you come?
That night, that's why they took the account for the thing over that came out.
So you could put toss those. Brandon, I want to thank you. Because some of the things that I asked you, like, you're confirming for me. Because I saw the footage of you going into the bathroom, that if you look like you had something in your hand. Okay? So I can tell you
have this towel over the camera yet?
if that.
I don't even know, to be honest.
It's okay. But you're being honest with me, and I appreciate it.
I wasn't very clear-minded, but I was coherent, if that makes sense.
Well, you got caught in a bad situation. Okay? You got... Now, let me ask you this. When you encountered these three boys downstairs, did they
don't say anything about like this happening.
Okay, so they didn't say, hey, let's...
I haven't even seen the footage, but if I remember correctly, it first said they left. Like the room, I think they dropped her and they left, and I walked back in like 5-10 seconds later.
Okay. But before that, was there ever you said, hey, that's drunk, let me hit it real quick, or let me do this real quick, or nothing?
It wasn't, it was just like they came in and they started doing stuff. Right before he left, he started peeing on her face. Cold. Started peeing on her face.
Did she ever wake up during any of this that you know of? Did you ever hear her say anything? Did she ever make any noises? Did she ever make any comments? I mean, did she starve? I mean, what did you see from what they went through? She moaning? Make any comments whatsoever?
She was just like a little lifeless body laying there. How did they have her position? Was she on her stomach? Was she on her back?
They had it like on the floor or so. That was a video. I took a video. I don't know why I took a video.
Where's she from? Is it in your room? In your car?
It's a better.
Now, are these boys, do they live on your floor?
No, they live in my hall though.
Yeah, they live in that building, but they don't live on your floor, correct? What, you don't even know what rooms they live in, or do you?
6th floor.
6th floor?
Yeah. What floor do you live on? 2nd floor.
Is there anything that I haven't asked you about that you think you're going to need to come in? Because you're doing a really good job, you're being a man. But if there's anything that I haven't asked you, like, you know, you told me about Cory Batey, or anything else that I haven't asked? Let me go through. Okay. You get there, you need help. You ask them the room. You get her in the room, they step out for a moment or two. They come back in, they just start selling.
Where they got enough, they said, I don't know where she grew up or whatever.
But nothing happened to her. Then they step out of the room for less than a minute, we'll say. They come back in, and then they just start into it. Is that how it happened?
Yeah.
And they all start fingering her, and then at one point, who had sex with her first? Do you remember?
I don't know, because my big kept the lights on and off.
But you did see people having at least these boys having sex with her.
No, I know, but I mean,
What's on the video? Let me ask you.
it was like me on my bed. I was like, I don't know, I didn't know who it was, but one of them was like fingering her. And, yeah, that's it. But it just,
It's not a video of them having sex with her. Alright,
Well, I know one thing we need to do, because like I said, like Mary said, we did collect a lot of evidence and we sent everything off to the examiner. We know you had sex with her, consensual sex. She didn't want that, we asked her. We need to get a cheek swab from you to make sure, because whatever DNA comes back, we're just a comparison. Doesn't mean, consensual sex, here's your thing.
let's say I find 3 or 4 strands of DNA. Because even if you put a condom on, DNA can still be there. No. What I'm saying is, I'm talking about these before. Even though they wore a condom, DNA can still be there. And let's say I found 2 or 3 people's DNA when it comes back. I need to know who A, B, and C is. Okay, you consensually had sex with her the next day. We understand that she told us that. She said, yeah, we had sex the next day, and it was fine, it was consensual. So, if I have your DNA, I can rule, okay, Brandon says he didn't do anything with her that night, but yes, here's his DNA, and this is why it's there, because of consensual sex. Does that make sense? Okay. This is a consent form for physical samples. Again, along the same lines as the phone. If you do want to cooperate and you want to sign this form, then let me know. But I just got to tell you, you don't have to. Brandon, can you spell your last name for me?
B-A-N-B-E-R-G. Worst part was, I was laughing and shit until I figured we were doing all that shit started happening. We started doing that shit.
You can tell. Yeah, it was funny. We know. Because it was, you didn't think that was tonight. You had these boys were going to get up.
I'm so screwed through this, I didn't really watch it.
Operating network, having been informed of my constitutional rights, understand the right to refuse to give physical samples without exception. Hereby authorize Detective Jackson Knight, an investigator with the police officer for the National Police Department, National Days of County, Tennessee, to have no And the other side. Because I believe you. When you say you can do it, I believe you. But you've been honest. I've been doing this 34 years, and I'll be honest with you, I believe everything we know.
Well, I already know what they're going to say to you guys.
What's that?
They tell me not to say anything, so kids put on a shirt. They like to walk around too. They were supposedly talking about the junior college. They were talking about how many drinks she had. And pretty much nothing happened in the room, and that we were just talking from one to minute. You know, so.
Use restroom or anything like that, and use a little water. I need to use restroom. You want some step out for this? Okay. What position do you play?
I just want to hear if we get this thing move on. I just feel like I'm going to get screwed for this thing I was there. Honestly, I wish I never would even try to help her back in my room. I wish I would just left her out in front of the big dorm room on the floor. But I should have been an asshole. I should have just left her.
But you're not an asshole. It's okay. You're not an asshole.
But I think just that she got sexually assaulted right in front of me. And I didn't do anything. And like,
Still doesn't make you an asshole. I mean, everybody gets in a situation, they just don't know what to do. And I think that's
should have called someone.
a situation of not knowing what to do.
I just can't believe that sex with her the next day.
Yeah, I mean, I looked at some of our text messages yesterday, because I know you guys were texting back and forth.
If I didn't have sex with her, there'd be no DNA or anything that, you know what I mean? You could just be like, obviously he didn't. Or if there's a camera in the room, you could see that obviously he didn't, but there's not. So it's like, my DNA's gonna be right there too. I had sex with that unprotected sex with her. I didn't even work on it, and I didn't pull out or anything.
But that's very explainable, because she told us that. I asked her when was the last time she had consensual sex with anyone. And she told me that she had sex with you a couple months before. So we can explain all that. That's the reasoning for the swab. Is that way when it does pop up, we can go, oh, look, we know. It's not a problem, we know. It's the other. You know, we've seen at times where there might be 2 or 3 different samples. I don't know who they are.
I don't really want to talk. Like, I don't really want to talk to those guys. I don't even want to I don't even want them to know that I've said anything.
Because they don't have to know. We're not going to talk. But that's just not.
They're going to ask me, right? So get out of here. They're going to ask me what I said. What am I supposed to do?
Well, to take the ladies back, we've actually got something we would really like, you know, so we were talking about earlier. There are ways we can get around things that we don't have to go to them and say, we were told this or we were told that. If there's something we're going to, and I actually want to wait for him to get back also, so we can both sit down and discuss it with you, but as soon as he gets back, we'll talk about it. And because we're not TV, we don't go back and told me about that way.
I'm going to be on the board of Washington, so.
Or that's not anything to do with us whatsoever.
Because they're talking about, I mean, I didn't, like, they're talking about, like, I assaulted her in the hallway, carrying her or something. Like, I did not mean to assault her. That happened. I might have accidentally dropped her or something because I was intoxicated. And
I mean, what happens here on campus or what happens in administration or how they view things, it's really not no concern with us if we don't have anything to do with them. Because, I mean, what we're looking into is actual criminal charges. We're looking at criminal prosecution. That's not our job. That's what we're actually doing. To see if there's anything out there that there are people need to be charged with criminally. And like I said, we've both been doing this a long time. You get a feel for people. You get a feel for who you can trust, who you can talk to. And it didn't take long for us to figure out when we spent, almost up to midnight last night reviewing and looking and talking and discussing. And we both came to that conclusion. Brandon is the person that's actually going to be that person that's going to step up. We knew that. Not that anybody, that we can come in and handle somebody, but we look for people that will actually be honest with us and do the right thing. And that's that we knew you would do that. I mean, that was in our heart. Both of us discussed that.
I just can't believe I got here 3 weeks ago and I'm in this situation right now. I'm never going out again. Ever. No, you don't understand. It sucks. I don't even drink properly. I don't like to drink. It's just, I came out here trying to make new friends and stuff. And trying to do the right thing. Oh, what a problem.
I know eventually we'll have to go
Court.
well, no. I was going to say eventually we'll have to talk to Melissa. And she needs to know that.
You want me to do that? Should I even be talking to her?
Right now I wouldn't. You can talk to her and it's okay. But I would not tell her anything. Let us be the ones to do that. Because this may be something that, that she may need counsel with at the time. Because she doesn't fully understand everything that took place. A lot of the things that happened yesterday were things that we actually told her from what we saw.
She asked me about why she had a straight on her here the next morning. And I was just, when I was taking her to the apartment, she got on the stairs. So you guys have that on video?
About her phone?
Yeah.
I may have been able to watch that part of it, but yeah, she told us that, because actually I saw, when I talked to her yesterday, she let me post on her.
She remembers that we took the cow home and all that
Yeah, I asked her about the spot.
And then we went to the apartment and all that stuff.
But because when we started doing the video, we thought, like, my gosh, it's almost like a dead body, the way that person is just dead body. If you didn't know any different, and if that's what you were investigating was a homicide scene, you would have no doubt that's a dead person. How damn she was. But no, she didn't remember about that with me because I've noticed and asked her about it. And she told me that she would fall in the apartment. Sure you don't need any water? Thanks. Sorry. this is something that you don't have to do, okay? But if we asked you to call them while I'm listening and recording, would you be willing to do it?
Yeah. I think I don't know what I can say to them. Like, we'll have, because a couple of them are like not even saying that like they did anything really. Who's saying anything? Like Cory saying you didn't do anything.
You saw it. When you call them, they're going to ask you what you call them.
I know a couple of them have sex with her. I just know it.
But here's the thing.
I could hear like them saying shit.
What was it?
Just like, I could hear the noise. I could just hear it.
You heard sex. Or will they say anything like,
Fuck this bitch. Whatever. And right afterwards, he peed on it. I didn't really see that. Like, it looked like it. I wasn't really paying attention. And then the next, he was like bragging about it to like Chris or something the next day. And Chris constantly like, you know, I'm so fucking disgusted. And like, they deserve to go to jail.
well, if we do ask you to call them, we will coach you as to what you need to say to them. We'll let you know. And we'll give you kind of a script, so to speak, to go by. Okay? Who do you think will talk to you on the phone the best? Cory, take it right on.
I don't have Cory's number.
The Cory thing we do. Right?
He's didn't have sex with her.
Okay. But is Cory the one calling you, want to know what you say or what you do?
Yeah, but he's roommates with them, or he's with them like all the time, like they're best friends or something.
Is Cory the only one that's called you? Or the other stuff?
He's Cory.
Okay. Well, alright, well, let me talk to sorry for just a minute. Because, you know, we do need to go get your phone and let us figure some things out about, you know, going to get your phone and trying to make it look, because I know, we don't want to be
We just agreed to.
scrolling all in there. Well, we'll need that. We'll figure that out. Let me talk to
Alright, all the videos on there, they're deleted, but I send it to,
well, here's the thing.
I sent it to Austin and Chris.
With these smartphones these days,
Yesterday, I sent mine, yeah.
thank you. So, let me